chopping up my #1 top favorite plant with more than a year of updates. Here's a sneak peek. Hello, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new, my name is Rose, my pronouns are she, her, and this is Rupert, my Philodendron Florida beauty. That, unfortunately, is not that beautiful anymore. He's got a lot of fully white or yellow leaves like this one, so we're gonna propagate, which, to be honest, I'm a little bit scared of because this is one of the plants that was #1 on my wish list videos. If you watch back the videos of like 2019, 2020, I think, it was at the top, like #1 spot. And I heard that they are difficult to propagate. I finally got a little cutting from someone and it died. It didn't do anything. Then I got this cutting from friends and it did grow, and it grew really well. But then it started to make those yellow leaves. So that's why here, can you see how on this side, it's just bare. There is no leaf here, 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 here. A lot of leaves fell off because they were fully variegated. And my plan with this chop is that we'll get lots of little plants, some of which might have fully yellow variegation, fully green, not variegated, which happens often with these kind of plants. But there will be some in there that continue this beautiful, just balanced pattern. Let me show you him before we chop him up. Show you all the little leaves. This is the oldest one that's still on. This was like the 3rd leaf or something that grew in my care. Then we have this one. Then this. This was a half moon one, so it's half crispy now since the renovation. Oh, I skipped one. This one as well, also a half moon, also getting very brown and soft. And this one just is half a leaf now. Oh, there's still some brown bits here. See how that happens? I actually love the half moon leaves and I don't mind them going like this when they're older. It's the whole bare stem part for me that makes it less fun. So then we had this leaf with a nice balance. Then a few died off. Then we had this leaf. And then it grew this one. So what I'm hoping for, since it is rooted pretty well in the moss pole, let me see if I can show you that. This all roots back here. If I just chop it and leave it on the pole so that it has zero stress apart from having to activate a new growth point, we'll see how it goes. And then if there is parts that are separate from the moss pole, because I don't think every node is rooted in here, we'll take those off and propagate them separately. I'm scared. Okay, let's do it. Let's start at the top. We're gonna go here because I want to have at least a little bit of, you can't see. I want this leaf to be on the top cutting so that it still has a way to get energy because this leaf has no green. So we're gonna go right under there, or maybe with one node extra because that's rooted well as well. Also checking where the growth points are on the stem. I'm gonna go here. Can you see it? Hopefully. Okay. So I've decided to go one node below because this one has a nice growth point on the edge of the green. And I saw Jan doing this, just cutting a little piece of the internodal spacing out so that it can dry properly and not be stuck to itself. Can you see that? Then oh, the smell of philodendron is amazing. We'll do that here. Just checking because I can see on the stem, it's a little bit harder to show you, but I can see on the stem that there is big white parts. So I'm gonna try and make nodes with top points that are not that. Oh, this is a bit wobbly. I think I'll tie this up against the pole with some Velcro. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I was just considering whether I should make single node cuttings out of these, because that's one leaf and then a single node without a leaf here as well. And then down here, it's more single nodes because at the bottom they're better rooted into the pot, or into the pole, I should say. This one is rooted really well, so we're just gonna tie this up with some plant Velcro probably. But I think I'm gonna leave it as is because it's pretty risky. And this way the bigger, nicer leaf cuttings have some good roots, double sets of roots. So stay tuned for an update, hopefully good updates.
3 weeks later.
Time for the first update on my Florida Beauty propagation on the moss pole. The new leaf I broke off, I don't know if I showed you, but I broke it off with my bum recently, very sad. Then this top cutting is not showing much signs yet. This second one does have a growth point there. This little node cutting as well is activated. And this one, can't really see anything on that. This one is activated as well. And look, this one as well. That might be the furthest out of all of them. And the mama plant, I don't see anything.
6 weeks later.
Hello, this is definitely not the best light. It's already 9 p.m. but almost summer solstice, so it's fine. We have a little bit more light because I really want to show you. Oh, he looks so sad from here, but he is growing. So the top cutting hasn't done anything. It just died off a little bit because I broke that leaf as well. The leaves are still hanging on, but it looks sad. This cutting is maybe growing something, I'm not quite sure. But that down here is where all the good stuff is happening. Ignore those are not plants in the pot, they're little cheeky buggers. But look, this one is growing, this one is growing, this one is growing. I see some really nice variegation on that. This one is growing, this one is growing, this one is growing, this one is growing too. So we're gonna have a lot of Florida Beauty babies, and hopefully they all have nice variegation, nicer than this. More like maybe this or this. That would all be great. Also, look at this beautiful, no, we're not looking at that. That's glorious, by the way. Yeah, so I'm excited. This moss pole is gonna get some action again, because look how sad that looks right now. Yay!
3 weeks later.
This is Rupert, my Florida Beauty that I propagated on the moss pole, and it's growing. See all the points? Here's one leaf open. It's still very, very small, but good variegation. So it's a bit wobbly because it's so long, but I'm very excited to have more beautiful leaves again and not just sad yellow or brown ones.
16 days later.
I'm filming another video, but I saw we have some updates that I really want to film for you as well, because my beautiful Florida Beauty, Rupert, look at all the new leaves. One is actually a little bit stuck in here. I'll help that after. So let's see, from the bottom, the base of the plant is growing a new leaf over here. That's about to unfurl. It's been having some pest issues. I don't know if you're able to see, but there is some aphids on there that I'm just gonna rub off. We'll see how this develops. Then this one, this cutting is actually pretty wobbly, so I should give that a little bit more support. But it's grown this leaf, which looks super, super cute. I don't see the variegation on it yet, so I'm a little bit worried that it might be fully yellow. Because if you look here in this edge of the leaf, I don't know if you'll be able to see, but there's one spot that looks like it will be green. There. So maybe it's gonna be fully yellow. That would not be nice. Then we have a small cutting here that grew this leaf, which is perfect. Nice variegation all over. Let's see, this one is next. This is also nicely variegated and already has the cute shape. A little bit of damage from, there's actually quite a few aphids on here, so I'm gonna have to hose this down, get them off. Then there's this one, which it doesn't want to focus on. It's not fully open yet, so also we can't really see what the variegation is gonna be like, but I have high hopes. Then there is this stuck leaf that I'm gonna try and free maybe after filming, because then I can have two hands better. Then up here there is this new leaf, which also looks like it already has a cool shape. Can't see the variegation. Oh, I can see the variegation, but can I show you? It looks pretty nice. Doesn't like to focus on what, yeah. See? Some nice mottled variegation. There is another growth point that is not doing anything here. Well, it's growing, but there's no growth leaf yet. And then there is the top leaf that came out a little bit damaged because it got stuck. It does look like it has some variegation. And this yellow leaf fully died off recently. So I think it's gonna look amazing. Wait, I think it's gonna look amazing. The pole is gonna be so much fuller. It does need some care, like attaching the bits back and removing some, I don't know. I need some care, but it looks very cool. Oh, hosing down for the pest as well. So yay, Rupert!
1 week later.
We have a very promising update for my beautiful Florida beauty. Because all the cuttings are growing, I'm going to use my phone to show you them properly because this camera does not, maybe it can, doesn't like to focus on. Mickey wants some attention, can you hear him? He wants, okay, one moment. Wow. Scissor on. Let's start at the bottom to try and show you the plants. So this leaf was the bottom leaf that was left, and it grew, and it grew this leaf. I'm not sure if it's going to be full yellow. It might be, but that's okay. We'll make it work. Then there was this beautiful leaf stem cutting that grew. Oh, thrips, lots of thrips. Kill the thrips. Okay, one moment. So this yellow looking leaf, I don't think it's gonna get much green or any green at all, but we'll make that work as well. Then there is, oh, this is gonna be hard. Then there is just a, then there is just a stem cutting that grew this beautiful variegated leaf over here. This original leaf grew 2 leaves almost already. This little one over here that looks really nice already with the shape and also the variegation. And there's a point on it now, not 2 leaves yet, I lied. This original leaf is growing this. Oh, look, you can see yellow variegation comes in full yellow and then slowly turns green. And here you can see it's going to be half moon-ish. So that's nice, it will have plenty of green. Then again, there's a very small cutting back here. Look at this adorable little leaf. Chunky leaf with a half moon pattern as well. Then there is this leaf. It looks a bit weird because it used to be half moon and then the white half passed away and died off. That is growing this. Ah, that might be the best leaf so far. Look at that. Beautiful variegation, plenty of green to keep it happy. Then there is this leaf. That's the most beautiful original leaf that is not growing anything yet, but there is a point here. Can you see it? It's a little bit wobbly to hold on to. And then the top cutting was this leaf and a yellow leaf that died off. Hello. Sorry, my voice is cutting out. This was damaged from me breaking it off a little bit, but it does have nice variegation. You see enough green over there. And hopefully it's going to continue growing now because it was on pause for a long time, which often happens with top cuttings. Often the smaller stem cuttings grow faster, but once the top cutting starts to grow, it will keep the maturity of the previous leaves. So hopefully the next leaf will look more like this than the chunky, smaller size leaves that we have here. So I am very happy with how it's going. It still looks a little bit bare, especially up here. But once all of these plants start to grow, I think it's gonna do amazing. And so far it looks okay to still continue growing in the moss pole. Some of the other projects of cutting plants up that are on moss poles, the pole gets, oh, sorry, I have cat hairs on my face. the pole gets so filled with, I wanted to say hairs, no, roots, that it's too much. There is no space anymore. But for this one, I think because the roots are a little bit smaller, I think it's doing okay. And I love how it's looking. It's so cute. I'm very happy.
Several months later.
It is Rupert, my Philodendron Florida beauty that I have showed you in many videos, I've talked about many times, and there are two reasons why I'm picking this plant. The first one you might already be able to see. A lot of the growth has gone fully variegated, meaning it is gonna brown and die. Like this leaf only has a little bit of green here. This one is fully yellow, but that's also why I propagated it. So there's a lot of growth at the bottom here. There's another one that's fully variegated, getting brown tips. Here's another leaf, fully variegated brown tips. And then there's a few that have really nice variegation as well. I have to be a little bit careful because this plant is covered in, what are they called? Aphids, normal aphids, which I have never had before as a pest. Normally you spray them off and oh, there's actually also thrips on it. Okay, that's fun. But the aphids, I always thought they're super easy. Just spray or put the plant outside when it's warm enough and the ladybugs will eat it. I've had good bugs for them as well, but they seem to just keep coming back. I don't know if you'll be able to see on this leaf. I don't know if it's too light, but this top leaf here, yeah, is covered. The ones you see easily are the big ones, and then in between are a lot of small ones as well. So that is not my favorite. Also on each new growth point, actually the bottom here is covered. It's disgusting. So, oh, the light is still very dark. Very fitting for a gloomy video. So I'm thinking I should spray this properly. I have done a few times already, but like with my Gardena more strong spray. So we actually sprayed them into the drain. I don't know exactly yet, but it's not been that fun. And I will no longer say that aphids are super easy because I'm currently struggling. And they used to be on some of the other plants. Oh, actually they are still on some of the other plants. The splendid new leaf was covered. The other ones are not so bad. They seem to not like anthurium that much. They used to be on the glorious as well, but that one I moved away and seems to be better now. So, suicidal leaves plus pests. Blech.
Many months later.
Hello, it's been a while because this plant looked very depressing, but it's starting to be a little bit better ever since I started spraying. I'm currently filming a shower video where I'm spraying down all the plants. The top cutting grew a leaf that is once again fully variegated, but all the other cuttings are also growing. There's still some aphids on here, but let's see. This bottom growth point, not so happy. Then we have this growth point. Can you see the tiny little leaf, this one? Nice variegation, so I'm hopeful for that. Ooh, this one is next, but the new growth point is covered in aphids, which I'm about to rinse off, so that's okay. Then there's a tiny little growth point here. This one, oh, this one grew this growth point. One leaf, two leaves, and then this is the latest one on that growth. Really nice variegation. Also some thrips, some aphids, nice collection of bugs I'm creating. This is the almost top cutting, mostly fully green, opening another leaf over here. Also, I don't know if you'll be able to see the aphids, but there's lots of aphids on it. And then there's a top cutting that I already showed you. So it's not going great. That's why you haven't had an update in a long time. But I think the spraying method is going to help, especially with aphids. If you're consistently removing the aphids with spraying, I feel like it's going to help. I never knew that that was necessary next to using good bugs, but apparently it is, and it's definitely doing something, so.
Several months later.
And that brings us here. It is the start of July, which means it is almost 14 months? No, 14 and a half months since I started this video. Honestly, I kind of forgot about it because the plant was not doing well and I thought I'd like ignore that project from now on or something. But it started doing well again, which I'm super happy about. So here is the final update. Rupert is definitely looking a lot more full. Like I said in the beginning, I didn't want a bare stem anymore. The bottom is definitely not a bare stem. I might have to actually take some plants off. The top is still a bare stem. We're still having the full variegated leaf issues, but not so much at the bottom. Oh, and also we had some pest issues, which I talked about before, and they're doing a lot better. So I had aphid issues and thrips issues on this plant, and the way I messed it up, you can see me in one of the updates saying like, oh, there's a few aphids on here. That was the mistake I made. I kind of ignored them because I thought aphids are easy to treat, so I didn't do anything. That was not very smart. Now I know that one freshly born aphid is born pregnant already, and within 2 days is mature enough to make babies. And they are born pregnant once again. So within 2 days you have a whole new generation, and again and again and again. And I know this thanks to you guys commenting on my Instagram, on my YouTube videos. So that was very helpful. Thank you for those who did that. And that made me realize I should take it more serious. So what you saw in the previous update, I sprayed all the plants down, and then I noticed 2 days after they were back right away. So then I learned anytime I see an aphid, I'm gonna squish it, kill it. And then also I did the spraying and the good bugs that I already did, but the killing anytime I saw one was really helpful in this case, because I saw a few aphids on here. I removed a few from the top, like maybe 5 in total, and some, oh, there's one here that I forgot. But I just squish them with my hand like this. It's a little bit gross, especially when there's quite a few, but it works. So I'm gonna keep doing that. It has made a huge difference because I had them on many plants at the end, and now it's finally going well again. In combination, of course, with the good bugs and the maybe bi-monthly spraying. Maybe every 3 months I try to spray the big plants, but that is a lot of work, so I haven't done that as regularly. Okay, we're gonna go from the bottom to the top to talk you through all the new growth, because there's so much more. Ooh, it's gonna fall over a lot. It's very wobbly. So the mother plant only had this leaf. I'm gonna adjust the light a little bit so that it's a little bit nicer, hopefully. So original leaf of the mother plant, that grew this leaf. I don't know why I always go in order, but I kind of like it. This has some pest damage and dirt on it, but that's okay. It has a new point as well for the next leaf, and it's kind of rooting into the moss ball as well. I see nice fresh roots. Then we had this cutting. This was kind of loose on the pole. It is still a little bit wobbly, but it is growing. It doesn't have a leaf. It just has a stem with fallen off leaves and then this growth point. Maybe because they were fully white or because of the pest situation. This one is going to be hard to show you. There is a, not that hard, little stem here with one little leaf. Can we get it in focus? Oh, nice variegation too. So everything is really starting to wake up now. I think it's to do also with me fertilizing very regularly, every week or every other week. And we just had a heat wave, so the warmth will probably also have kicked some of the plants into gear. Okay, down here was a one-node cutting that grew... Oh, that was the cute one. The cute fat one. Look at that. Really nice leaf. Then it grew this leaf. Nice and green. I'm happy with that in this case. Then it grew... I think I showed you this one. This leaf. Oh, it's so pretty. I like the shape of this one as well. And it is working on another point over here. On the other side, there was another wobbly cutting. I actually ended up clipping that on the moss pole with a hair clip to give it some stability, which I think also helps plants to grow better. That has grown this leaf. The yellow on it has browned already and died, but that's okay. Then it grew this leaf, really nice, not that much yellow, and it has another point here. This one is going to be hard once again. There's a few very small ones in the center. See that really yellow? That's just a full yellow leaf of one of the small cuttings that I had on there. We're going to see how that turns out. Maybe I should take some of these off because it is getting quite full now on the pole. Then we had a cutting with no leaves that grew this leaf. And then this leaf, really nice. And then this leaf, this might be my favorite one, if it focuses on it. Look at the pattern on that. Very, very nice. Oh, even more. This leaf. That's a funky shape as well. The side here is closed. Normally that's more open. And then, yeah. And then there's a new point here that's about to open a new leaf as well. Okay, 2 more. Is this fun or is this chaotic? Should I do it differently? If you have tips for this, let me know in the comments. We had another stem cutting on the pole with 2 nodes. That one. Oh, that's the nice one that grew the half moon leaf first. This one. It then grew... They are a little bit dusty. Maybe it's time for another shower with them. A fully green one. Then this more narrow with a little bit of variegation. Then, I think I showed you this came out in the previous video, but look at how beautiful that is. Basically almost perfect half moon, only the tip is a little bit messy. And it has a new point here as well. And the top cutting has that fully yellow leaf, or it might already be a new... Sorry, I was just removing some leftover dead aphids on it. I don't know if this is still the same leaf or if it's another one. I think this top part of the plant doesn't have much green in it left, although the stem does look like... I see plenty of green in the stem. So that's quite interesting. I don't know why the leaves don't show it. Also, the moss pole has been living in our bathroom and is covered in moss now at the front, which I actually really like. The back is also covered in algae and moss. Can you see? This is all moss, but also fresh new roots. So I guess it's a moss pole, so it doesn't matter that there's actual moss on it and not just sphagnum moss in it. That's it, I think. That's the update. Mickey agrees. That's it, I think. That's the update. I am really happy with how it's going. I think it's gonna get even better because all these small plants are gonna grow up the moss pole, especially the ones on this side are growing quite fast. So then we're not gonna have a bare pole anymore, even though this stem is bare. Maybe we can do it all again and chop this top part up because like I said, the stem does look like it has potential for variegation. It took a long time. I was a little bit sad about this process, but now seeing how beautiful this plant looks, how full it looks, I think it was worth it. But I'm very curious to hear from you if you think it was worth it and if you would have done it this way, because you could also have taken it off the moss pole and propagated it that way, or just left it. But yeah, I am happy with my choices and I'm very curious to hear from you. Like I said about the aphids, you guys were so helpful. You always have great tips. So I'm learning from you guys as much as maybe you are learning from me. Maybe I'm just entertainment and you know much more than me already. And that's okay too. This might be my favorite leaf next to the half moon one, so I'm gonna hold it up for you. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe below if you haven't already. You can click the bell, then you get emails whenever I upload. And just a heads up, if you are enjoying the renovation series, there's not gonna be one this weekend because I am currently, while we're premiering this, on the way to the north of the Netherlands, Groningen, near the German border, to film more yoga classes for TV. So I won't have much time to edit the next renovation video, but I am working on it because it's gonna be really fun. We're doing more painting in the kitchen and we're also doing the wallpaper. It's a really fun renovation project, especially a year later, just watching back how much we did. And we are about to start a new renovation project. Here's a little sneak peek. These cabinets are pretty chaotic. Like they're all open, there's a mess because I have a lot of stuff. And so this summer holiday, we are gonna renovate them and build, well, not renovate them, we're gonna build a new huge cabinet. The whole wall basically is gonna be a beautiful cabinet that we build ourselves with a built-in seat thing for me to work from, like a little arch. It's gonna be very book talk. I am very excited, with space of course for a lot of plants as well. And I'm excited to continue sharing that in the renovation series whenever I have time to edit those. Okay, enough chatting. Thank you so much for being here. See you in the next one. Take care of yourself and thank you.